If I'm on camera with somebody, okay, it's awkward. But if I have a pen in my hand, okay, when you say you guys are, now when I talked with the hiring manager, they had said you trying to get from 7 million to 14. Can you walk me through some specific examples that you wanted this? Look at how much better. My voice actually changes when I have a pen in my hand. This is the same reason college kids get wasted at parties. Because you're awkward when you don't have anything in your hand. And then you go to the red Solo cup, right? And bad things happen. So if the college kids just knew to have a pen in their hand, they'd probably get a lot of numbers. I don't know. We're not coaching college kids. We're coaching you. Okay, so first thing, take notes. At some point early, show them that you're taking notes because they're going to be subconsciously and consciously going to be, this guy's prepared. The other thing that I need you to realize is this conversation is not about you. I'm going to say it again. This conversation is not about you. It's about your understanding of their current situation, the capabilities that they need in the role, and then you're going to recommend some next steps and you're going to close them. And that's going to, your close is going to be, does it make sense to put me in the position? And how you're going to get there is you're going to say, hey, based on every conversation that I've had with Gail, the hiring manager, the research that I've done in the background, and what you've just told me about where you guys are at, what you're looking for, it sounds like a perfect fit for my skill set and me being able to take over this team and get things from 7.9 million to 14 million. Does it make sense to put me in that role? Right? That's how you're going to end it. And if they say anything other than hell yes, you're going to say, what's a good next step? Right? If they give you a next step preemptively, that sounds like this. Man, we really agree too. This was an awesome, awesome, awesome interview. We have 3 other candidates to interview and then we're going to be making a decision. Got it. When you say you have 3 other candidates that you're looking at and making a decision, what's the time frame on that? Not can you give me a time frame, not can you share with, just ask them straight up, because if they don't have a time frame, they'll tell you, what's the time frame on that? We're hoping to have everything buttoned up here within 2 weeks. Perfect. I'm going to shoot you over a very similar email to what I sent to the hiring manager with my understanding of the current situation, the capabilities that you guys need in this role, and then my confidence that I'm able to get you there ahead of schedule and under budget. I'll have that over to you. Here is the Joe Smith at Acme. Is that the best email for you? Yeah, perfect. And then what's your mobile? I'll text you after I send that email. Great, cool, perfect. Yeah, that's awesome. And then you're going to have everything buttoned up here in the next 2 weeks. You're going to have my mobile because I'm going to text it to you. If you have any questions, you need anything from me, or you want to bounce an idea off of somebody, I'm here for you whenever you need me. Call me, text me, email. And then if I don't hear from you by the, let's call it the 27th, I'll reach out to you then. Fair enough? And you're going to be the only person that spent the time talking about their current situation. You're going to be the only person that spent the time talking about the capabilities that they need. And you're going to be the only person that actually went for the damn close in the interview and was NSO next step obsessed. Here's the problem with interviews. And it drives me bonkers. People that claim to work in sales turn into bleh, like so unskillful in an interview. Just treat this like a sale, right? Don't talk about yourself. And if they say, tell me a little bit about yourself, don't take the bait. Well, tell me a little bit. Well, you know, I was an Eagle Scout and I'm a black belt in jiu-jitsu, and you don't need to do that. When you say, tell me about yourself, can you give me a specific example of what you're looking for? We have a limited amount of time in this interview. And when somebody asks a really open-ended question about that, like, well, I like you, walk me through your background. Oh, happy to do it. When you say walk me through my background, can you give me a specific example of what you're looking for? Well, yeah, you know, things relating to this role. Got it. When you say things relating to this role, like in what particular areas, make them tell you. Because otherwise what ends up happening is you guys have a great conversation and it drifts off the road. It drifts to kids. It drifts to sports, it drifts to college, and we leave the interview going, man, that was awesome. Like, I made a friend. You may have for 20 minutes. They're not going to hang out with you on the weekends. And then you're going to get an email 2 weeks from now that goes, hey, we went with another candidate. This is your time to focus on your understanding of their current situation, your understanding of the needs they need for this role, and your explanation of how you are uniquely positioned to help them get there, ideally, ahead of schedule. You focus on that, you're going to get the job interview. I mean, not the interview. You're going to get the job offer. So you're going to send them another power email just for them. You're going to change it a little bit if they add color to the situation. And most importantly, at the end of your time, you're going to ask for the position. You're going to have the guts to ask for the position. You're going to set a next step. If they don't offer you the position right then and there verbally, you're going to send them current situation, capabilities needed, a recommendation, okay? And then you're going to follow up as promised. As promised, calling to see if it makes sense to put me in that role so you can not have to worry about the Midwest region and get the revenue for that region from 14 million to 27 million. Okay? Now, I'm going to throw in one extra other teaser here because I know you're a hard charger. I've worked with you at other companies. My guess is this is not happening in a vacuum. My guess is you're also talking to some other companies. You have a right to let them know that. And in fact, you have an obligation to let them know that. That doesn't sound like, well, I'm looking at some other places, so you guys need to move fast if you want to hire me, right? Hey, I just want to be crystal clear on something, okay? Based on everything, this is, if not the top, one of the top positions that I'm looking at. I really feel like, especially after my conversation with you, I have an expert handle on the situation, and I need you to hear it from me. I am 100% confident I can get you guys where you need to be in that role. That being said, I am also having conversations with other companies. Okay, as you guys will be as well, I will be making a decision here too, and I'm getting a lot of pressure from other companies that are there's a limited time I have to respond to those roles. I just wanted to make sure you were aware of that, right? If we miss out on this time frame right now, I get it, I understand, but I just wanted to make sure that you guys were clear that I will be on the market here for a very limited amount of time. The likelihood that I'm going to be somewhere is 100%, right? I'm trying to kind of hold off decisions from a few other offers as long as I can, but I just wanted to make sure you guys know that, I do have some stuff that they need an answer from me here pretty quickly. And by pretty quickly,
would that be a good time to use the if you're good with it, I'm good with it?
You can, but there's not a lot of if you're good with it, I'm good with it, because I would maybe leave that out just a little bit, because I would be like, based on everything I'm hearing, this is exactly where I need to be. And now I wouldn't say this is the only one. I would say this is right up there at the top, okay? There's, a few opportunities here where I feel like I have a unique understanding, and most importantly, I feel like I can really move the needle at the company day one, right? This is, if not the top, this is very close to it. Right? I'd really have to look, but I believe that this is exactly where I want to be. Now, here's what you have to say. I am 100% confident, based on the other conversations I've had. You need to hear it, and I would just say this, you need to hear it from me. And by the way, guys, if you're like, why are we talking about job interviews? Because that's what you do for a living. Even if you guys aren't looking for another job, this is what you do for your company. You interview on behalf of your company. So if you're like, I work in sales and I hate job interviews, that's weird, because you interview for jobs for a living, right? You have to let them know. They have to hear it out of this area of your face. Based on the conversations I've had in the past, the conversation that we just had, Brenda, Gail, Mike, Steve, whatever the person's name is, and the research that I've done in the background on my own. I just need you, and I know you probably have getting the same feeling that I get, but I just need you to hear it from me. I am 100% confident that I can execute on this job. I am 100% confident that if you give me the job, you will be overly impressed with the results that you get. And I'm 100% confident that I'm capable of getting you guys where you need to be ahead of schedule. I just need to make sure that you heard that from me, right? And make sure that you tell them that. Because, by the way, and this is like, I don't know if narcissist, no, it's not narcissist, nihilist. Nihilist is the right word, but it reminds me of, like, what was the movie with the bowling guy?
Big Lebowski.
Yeah, Big Lebowski. Remember that? Wasn't there some nihilists in the parking lot? Don't be the nihilist in the parking lot that don't care about anything. And people, because I interview people, they're all a bunch of nihilists from the Big Lebowski that just hate everything and are not. Don't be too cool for school, right? If you're excited, tell them you're excited. But there's a difference between, oh man, I really want this job, because that sounds like, man, I have to pay my bills. But hey, I just needed you to know, based on all the conversations I've had, all the research that I've done in our conversation today, I'm 100% confident. Not only can I do this job, but I will outperform your expectations, and I will get you there ahead of schedule. right? Does it make sense to put me in the role? Everybody else is going to be a nihilist when they talk to them. They're going to be like, thanks so much for the interview, right? And then they're going to go cry to their friends like, I don't know. I really need this job. And it's like, well, did you sell it in the interview?